Hey Cancer, how's it going everybody? Welcome to Blue Mountains Tarot. This is going to be your general reading for the second half of April. Please keep in mind to only take messages that resonate. General readings are not meant for everybody. I do offer personal readings. If you're interested, you can contact me below in the description box to set that up. And thank you everybody for all of your support, your likes, shares, subscribing, and comments. I appreciate it. My name is Alex. For anybody who might be new to the channel, welcome. Let's take a look at Cancer energy. What's the message? Second half of April. What's going on with Cancer? I don't know what the birth month, the birth stone is, but I am getting ruby. Unless it's a name, ruby. Or it's something to do with somebody's jewelry. I don't know what the Cancer birthstone is. I don't know the birthstones off the top of my head. But anyways, ruby is coming through however you want to, if that's a gemstone, a name, a place, or whatever. Let's take a look here. Okay. There's definitely some kind of difficulty here, Cancer, at least for now, okay? Let's hope the reading kind of progresses for the better, but there's definitely some kind of conflict due to loss, due to grief. It's almost like, I want to clarify this. You got the 5 and 5 of Cups and Wands. 5 of Cups, 5 of Wands. So, there could be multiple people involved in a situation here that's really caused a lot of stir, that's caused a lot of conflict. I feel like I get this feeling, and there's also Page of Pentacles. What's this 5 of Cups, 5 of Wands? I do get this feeling that amongst this difficult or this chaos or conflict, I feel like there's still the pair. Okay, if it's a relationship, it's like the two that are meant to be, the two energies that are meant to complement and be together are still kind of maybe in the background right now. Maybe they're going through some conflict. Maybe there's something that's creating a sense of grief or loss or breakup or something like that. But I feel like two people are still connected. I just want to clarify this. 5 of Cups, 5 of Wands, please. The 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is something that can be talked through, worked on, because we do have a Page of Pentacles. There is possibly, what's the King of Wands? So this is something that's going to take time. You're going to have to put the energy, the effort to get through a situation. I want to say like you're building something back a little bit stronger, a little more secure. You're learning about the situation. You're understanding more about this person or conflict with others. Tell me about the King of Wands, 6 of Cups. Okay, so somebody may have come back from the past here with that Page of Pentacles with an offer, a conversation. There could be somebody here who's come forward from the past that may have caused a lot of conflict, or it's caused some kind of disruption, somebody feeling neglected, somebody feeling betrayed. Why did this King of Wands, why did this person come back from the past or come around? The past could be a new person from last week, it doesn't have to be 10 years ago. Why did this person come around with Cancer? 2 of Wands. What else? Why did they come around? Yeah, because they still have feelings. They're still seeing if you would bring them back, take them back. 2 of Wands, Knight of Cups. Somebody here is wanting to, they've now kind of decided that they're ready to pursue you, okay? It was on their timing, their terms. I feel like this person could have a little bit of a selfish energy to them. Definitely, I want to say here, Cancer, I don't get the vibe that this person is extremely committal or is, they're showing up maybe because you are focusing on something else that's more secure. I'm going to find out here. But this person's coming back because they want to see if they have a chance with you, if you'll choose them. Okay? And that could be where you've left this person in the past. coming back with more emotional, trying to win you over on emotional terms. There's something here about the clouds. Like, did you guys lie back in a park looking up at the clouds? Was something cloudy here that you... there is something around clouds, guys. Cloud or cloudy vision, maybe. Feel like there's something about seeing the clouds. It's almost like maybe you were on a plane together, you were flying over the clouds, maybe you were on cloud 9 with this person. But I feel like this person is showing back up with their emotions versus like trying to win you over. Realize they kind of lost you, you put them behind you, and now they're really showing up with their feelings, trying to show you or tell you that they really do love you, or that they're coming around for that reason. What's the energy around Cancer with their current situation? Ace of Wands. Okay, so you really want to work on the possibility, I think, with somebody else, with this other side of things. I feel like you have more passion over here. I feel like you have more chance of making something happen. I feel like this person may have lost their opportunity almost with you. Who's the Ace of Wands with, or what's this? Why is this the reason for Cancer to feel this way? You definitely want to work on this with someone. Again, I feel like we got distracted. We got caught up in drama, in arguments, in conflict, possibly because of somebody showing up again. Somebody saw a phone number or a phone conversation, or there was something here. Tell me about this Ace of Wands. Yeah, the Strength card. Okay. You're not willing to give up on this other person. You really want to build something stronger here. This is where you feel strong. This is where you feel confident. This is where you feel guided to go through it. But again, that 5, it is a difficult time. But you're working through something. So there is something here, Cancer, that provided you stay strong, you stay confident, this is where I feel like that's where you want to be. That's where your emotions are taking you. Sorry guys, it's windy out there, or something hit my house. I want to ask what the grief was. Why did this situation break down in the first place, or conflict? I think it's due to somebody else coming in from the past, but let's take a look. That's part of it. What caused? Because there are again, there could be 2, 3, 4, 5, 25, whatever, but 2 of you are still somehow meant to reconnect. Why did this break down? What was the loss for this? What went down here for Cancer? The Sun. Wow. So somebody wasn't happy about something. The light was shined on something here. It's interesting to have the Sun make a breakdown happen, or why a breakdown happened. Now, I got a couple things here. Is that sometimes when somebody changes for the better, when somebody has a lot of, like when you have the Ace of Wands, the Strength, and the Sun, you have a lot of Leo energy, by the way, a lot of fire energy, a lot of Leo in specific. Sometimes it could really affect a relationship because somebody here might have been so happy, they could be doing really well, they could have a lot of passions in life, and it could drive them into like another direction for the better, for the healthy. It reminds me of a reading I did for somebody who was like, I love my person, we're getting married, but I have found my spiritual path. I have this new desire to grow, to awaken, to feel spiritual. I love my work. I love all the things I'm doing. But this other person didn't catch up. And this person didn't realize they were going to fall into their spiritual path so like strongly. So it's like we're not connecting at this point because this person, nobody expected this. So nobody expected the person to grow, to change, to become a better person, to be happier in their life. And it could have exposed an energy that maybe attracted other people to them or brought back subconsciously an ex shows up again. We just had the retrogrades. There could have been a past person come by. It is there. But I think that's, I'll clarify that in a second. So something, it's kind of like the sun. You know, the sun is so good. It shows us, it gives us light, it gives us vitamin D, it gives us heat, it gives us joy, but it can also blind you. It can also be hurt if it's not looked at the right way. So something here of a positive nature, Cancer, has somehow been interpreted or looked at in a negative way or in a harmful way. Not so harmful, because when two people really want to work through things, they work through it. They create the change that's needed. So I think somebody here in this connection, Cancer, has changed for the better, but it sometimes can leave the other side or the dynamics of a connection. It can change that because we're no longer sitting around watching Netflix together, eating popcorn all day. Someone woke up. Someone realized this is not what we're supposed to be doing. How does this connection feel for Cancer? Let me just take a look at that. This side here, not the past. How does this person here connect with or feel for Cancer? What is their intentions and feelings? How do they feel? Because I feel like they're still standing. It's kind of like we're not done. We're still standing there. We're still waiting. We still love. How does this person feel about Cancer? The Chariot. This person sees that you guys are meant to be on the same path, that you're moving. They want to move with you in life. They want to grow with you. Now, I don't think they're moving on, maybe temporarily. Tell me about the Chariot. So that's you. So that's actually you, Cancer. That's your energy. How do they feel? They all about Cancer. They see you living. It's you that's changed here, Cancer, potentially. It could be a Leo, could be the person. But when you see your major arcana here show up, it's like you in your best version, you showing up in the best potential, highest place of your life. Because there is all this strength, love, and happiness and joy. You've got great cards. So I think this person, has a sense of like admiration. Like they see you having goals. They see you having a sense of drive in your life, that they see you moving on. They see moving on in your life in a progressive way. So I feel, what does this person feel? What about emotionally? Okay, let's see. Oh, 3 of Swords. So that is that 5 of Cups, guys. They could be afraid, or someone here broke their heart, and I feel like maybe they thought you were moving on. Maybe they thought you were moving on. They're upset about something here, that their heart was broken. Again, I did say there was a few people. This can be another situation. So for some time here, they may have, or they thought you moved on. They're heartbroken that they think Cancer moved on, or maybe they moved on temporarily because there's a bit of heartbreak here. What else? This person towards Cancer, please. I really, guys, I get that there's love. 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, they still want to be able to come back to try to work on things, to try to give. They want you, could be you being the generous one here, to give to them, to show up again, vice versa. But you have the 8 of Pentacles. So I do think that there's something here that's going to work out. The Ace, the Sun, the Strength. Ace of Wands, that is. You guys, and there's no doubt, 5 of Cups, first thing, grief, sadness, loss, things not going well because somebody's energy and attention was elsewhere, putting out other fires, getting into other conflicts, dealing with other things that ultimately pulled you away from the connection that really wasn't supposed to be gone or going away, but it did create a sense of pain. What's the energy towards, excuse me, this past individual here? I think this is closed up, but let's take a look. This other individual, King of Wands, showing up again as a Knight of Cups. What's the advice for Cancer on that? Four of Pentacles. Yeah, protect yourself, Cancer, on that one. Keep yourself very closed off from that, I think, or maybe that's what you're doing. This person, maybe they were blocked, maybe they were very closed off, and now they're showing up emotionally, but that may not be, they may close back up again, kind of thing. They only do that when they want something. But protect yourself here. Stay, I think you're closed off. I think you're guarded. They might be guarded. Okay. Closing up the reading. What are we at? 16 minutes. Close up for Cancer here. It's the energy. The overall outcome. There's something here about that conversation, guys. The Emperor, okay? So there's something here that's definitely going to make it worth your while. There's something here that is going to show up with commitment. Could be an Aries, okay? I did say a lot of fire energy there with the Ace of Wands. Leo, you've got that fire energy. Emperor, Aries, okay? I think that's now. We're just wrapping up with Aries, the 19th of April, 20th, basically. So I think something's going to show up here there's somebody here that wants the commitment, that wants to develop this is somebody here who can provide, who can teach us things. The Emperor is a strong person, and it's somebody who's not kidding around here, okay? They're serious about what they're doing, what they want. Let's take a look at the Oracle of the Birds message for Cancer. The Woodpecker. Imagination, introspection, follow your heart. It leads you straight into a fulfilled life. Well, that's interesting with the Strength, the Ace of Wands, the Sun, and now the Chariot. Follow your heart with that Emperor. Let's see. Okay, if you want, the Emperor is definitely living a fulfilled life. There's no lack or there's no skimping out with that individual. If the Woodpecker knocks at your door, it brings you the medicine of vital life energy, which you can use to actively shape your life. Woodpecker provides a happy turn of events. Active creation requires imagination to start with. That's interesting. That's very Ace of Wands and the Sun. The active creation requires imagination to start with. Imagine your life as you desire it to be, and then begin to act accordingly while staying true in love. It is time to leave the path that other people have prepared for you and set out on your own unique path. Put yourself out there. Follow your heart. Everything is already within you. So Cancer, that's the thing. I think this past person may have had a bit of a path, paving of your path versus you creating your own path. And I think that's what has caused a bit of pain or unexpected energy here, that you are changing your course of life, your path, you're following, you're growing, you're doing your spiritual path, you're doing the things that somebody may not, it was too quick for them to kind of integrate or assimilate with. In my wave-like flight, I guide you through the change of polar forces, light and dark, ebb and flow, male and female. I challenge you to follow your intuition and the path of your heart, teaching you to recognize the rhythm of your life and go with the forces instead of fighting against them. My magic feathers will accompany you to the dream world where your dreams and visions originate. Look through them in your inner mirror and discover the living sources that dwell within you. I help you to actively release yourself from old attachments so that you become free for your life. Some more meanings are imagination, loving, feeling heart, shaping your life actively, vital power within, healthy, lively expression on the outside. Your affirmation, Cancer: I follow my heartbeat and realize my dreams. My heart leads me to the source of a fulfilled life full of love and joy. So amazing. You can't get that's what the Sun is, that's what the Emperor is, that's what the Ace of Wands is, the Chariot, the Strength card. Like, you're actively, Eight of Pentacles, working on this path to kind of correct, release, heal, get rid of the past sadness, grief, the things that were bringing you down, and you're moving in a direction that you're moving up and onward and forward in a place of joy and happiness. And I really think that there is somebody here for you that's kind of like, I want to be there with you too. But there's something that feels like we had to just like place this situation, place this relationship for a second. Let's just put it over there for a moment. Let's just put that person on the shelf for a sec. Let me organize and figure out what this little bit of, past or whatever this other chaos was. And then we are kind of meant, but there's a bit of a timeout kind of thing. Okay, I want to wish you guys a great day, Cancer. Thank you so much for your likes, shares, and subscriptions. I appreciate it. Have a great day. I'll see you soon. Take care.